Now we're talking about the pot of fortune, POF, and Libra. Also the seventh house. And this is from Cafe Astrology right here. Because I ain't got time to write nothing down. So I'm just reading this for you. You can find success come more easily for you when you are fair, impartial, just, and diplomatic. That's when success comes. But also you got to understand that part of fortune also means success, happiness, what brings you joy, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all around. You know what I'm saying? Even mentally. So you have an excellent sense, perhaps even a sixth sense for public tastes, which means psychic. You are also skilled at bringing people together, mediating, harmonizing, improving relationships, and getting a satisfying balance. In fact, you find joy through these things. Fields that involve art, balance, compromise, luxury, beauty, harmonizing, design, law, negotiation, consulting, and people skills can be most fruitful. Now you see, beauty, art, you already know what that is, and law, all that. You see? Beautiful people, I'm going to take you through there because I also take you to other websites too to make it more easy for me instead of just writing down stuff, you know? And also from just listening to my intuition, I could just go ahead and give it to you. So part of fortune is Scorpio. You find success come more readily or in the 8th house. I'm going to have to say or in the 8th/8th house. Okay, you can find that success come more readily for you when you're using your powers to investigate, dig deep, read between the lines, research, and intuition. Yeah, in fact, you find joy through these things. Your perspective, resourceful, successful pursuit for you includes being a healer, investigator, accountant, psychologist, an agent, among other things. You enjoy inspiring others to understand themselves and to find their courage, accept their deeper desires, and embrace the personal truth. You also find joy through transformation and regeneration. I think y'all who listen now, y'all need to just listen because I'm going to go over it again. I'm going to another website and go from Libra to Pisces again. I'm going to do it again. I might go in the houses too, so you can get to understand that they basically mean the same thing. So, part of fortune is Sagittarius. You like to find success come ready for you when expressing your optimism, your faith, your confidence, your desire to explore, uncover the truth, and to discover. You need to find that you're growing and improving to find prosperity and joyful. A sense of spirit of freedom, adventurous, and discovery enriches your life and increases your opportunities. You may find yourself joy in spreading the word, teaching, publishing, and reporting. This is a very spiritual placement right here. Where you got POF, which means part of fortune, and Sagittarius or the 9th house. Now, in the 10th house, part of fortune in the 10th house or Capricorn. So it's either or. You can be, if you got it in the 10th house, this you too. So if you got it in Capricorn, this you. So you like to find success come more readily for you when expressing your reliability, common sense, love of order, and practical side. With your skill at bringing order and organization to a project, you can be very successful at managing and overseeing things. You find joy in taking an orderly, step-by-step, sensitive approach to your projects and goals. You are appreciated and rewarded for these qualities. This is an excellent position for gaining respect, a good reputation, and a sense of joy from meeting your responsibilities. Now, we're talking 11th house, part of fortune in 11th house or Aquarius. You're likely to attract success when you embrace your originality, friendliness, adjective, and partiality and tolerance, being acceptance of people, places, and things. You are skilled at awakening others to their individuality or freedom as individuals, or helping them see where they limit themselves. You're good at that. And you can find joy in discovering new and improved ways of doing and viewing things. And others appreciate this progressive approach. This position enhances technology talents and also technical talents. Sudden changes seem to put you in the right place at the right time. So experiences through friends and groups might often give you a sense of good fortune. Your spirit needs to have stimulating and creative goals. Also, mental stimulation. Artists bring you good fortune and make you feel good inside and out. So, now, Pisces. Now, if your part of fortune in the 12th house or Pisces, we're talking about those who deal with psychic ability, of course. But we're talking about those, your senses or instinct for potentials are power. For potentials, they have great potential. And you go a different, sometimes meaner path with seeking your joy or fortune. Pursuits that draw on your understanding, which means perception, your compassion, your love, your creativity. I add on to it because I already know what it is. And intuition and imagination can be the most fruitful for you. Drama, entertainment, poetry, dance, fashion, design, psychic arts, into the psychic ability, into the arts that deal with psychic ability and gifts. Also, music are some of the most obvious choices. However, the fields that allow for some creative and free-form thinking and that serve human can be in favor, including psychology, social science, also metaphysics, also science itself, and the like. You see? That's how it works. Now I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on, beautiful people. Let's move on. The part of fortune is kind of interesting because we never thought that was gonna be right. We never thought it, but now I got to move on. I got to go somewhere else, so I give you all a deeper understanding, and better yet, overstanding. And let me see where I can find where else we can go. You see, we can go to the Astro Library, this website here. You know what I mean, we're talking about the fortune. Now we're gonna start at Libra because I already did Virgo. Now, your part of fortune, deal with your agreement with others instead of express your own desires and what you feel is not to offend others. So deal with cooperate in any situation life presents to you. Do not disturb the harmony of people around you. This is how you be fortunate. People love you and you flow and harmonize with all. So also this deals with that offending and going against others will lose friends and relationships. So how you keep them, being acceptance of people. You know what I mean? Also, you got a sense of justice, knowing what is right, what is wrong, and this deal with your heart, your conscience. So doing the right thing and live by integrity. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm adding on because I know. But if you want to enjoy and be happy in the present moment, you should not identify too much with this, abuse it. You know what I mean? Which means being selfish. So you do not ruin a good relationship with others. You have a pioneering spirit, meaning like a trendsetter spirit, as POF and Libra or the 7th house. So if you got the 7th house or you got Libra, this is you. I'm speaking to you. So you listen and you learn many things about other people's lives. So you are easy person to talk to. You have a lot of tolerance. However, you have to learn to consider the effects that any action entails before carrying it out. Take into account both sides of any situation, accepting everything. Though it goes against your wishes, will help you find fulfillment and satisfaction and satisfy everyone involved in the situation. You must belong to something to feel complete. This is why you know how to please others. It makes you happy to feel the happiness of others. You learn to become the center to which all human thoughts that vibrate, is desires and emotions flow. All energies penetrate the your ocean in a space which is willing to accept all. You wouldn't accept all, you accept this. So this helps you to complete because you deal with self-love. Libra deal with love. So self-love, so you can spread love. An example of love is what you're here to do and unify people, connect without having to personalize your identity with any kind of specific vibration, but with all of them at once. Belonging to everything will lead you not to need anything and not to have your own desire, so you can balance opposing people, opposing ideas and feelings. You can even understand the selfishness of other people. You can do all of that. That's the power you have. But a lot of people can't love how you love. So right here, this is your fortune. This is how people will love you. This is how you will prosper. This is how you will have abundance. And this is how you will feel good inside and out. So the creativity of others will bring you great happiness. Your self-realization will come the balance center of everything that's around you. By letting yourself go with the flow, you know that you will make necessary decisions without doubting that they are correct, because you know the flow, and will put you in touch with people who need you. And I forgot to tell y'all, like in the first video, I forgot to tell people that you got to have the time you were born and the birthplace to get the part of fortune in your birth chart. And you got to look up Astro Seek or Astro Chart or Astro Library to get the part of fortune. These are what you should look up. These same words. Type it in. Put part of fortune, Astro Seek. Part of fortune, Astro Chart or Astro Library. You know. So faith and balance is the key right here. And this is how you win. This period, you know. This is how you win. Now, we're gonna go into signs right here. Let's go in the Libra. Out of in there. Sectors of peoples, of course, you know, showing the universe love. Love is the key example of love. And this is how you win. Now, let's go into Scorpio. Now, if you got part of fortune in Scorpio or the 8th house, I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? On the physical level, this linked to your sexuality through close bond or intimate and transforming contact. On the spiritual level, this deals with the mental search for tense emotional levels while helping others and also overcoming negativity. So this is how you win. You know, this is how you win. You know how to fix and rebuild everything that is destroyed by recognizing what is still worth and useful. Therefore, you understand your own unconscious, doing things without even being aware. You are in tune with the unconscious level of society thinking. You know what I mean? Which means you go deep. You go up to the unknown that people don't even know about. This is what you're here to do, and this is what you're good at. The metaphysics part of life, the unknown part of life, the hidden part of life, breaking secrets and decoding things and breaking the taboos. And you destroy and eliminate from your life everything that no longer makes sense to you and no longer has a true value, because you're going to constantly do that all throughout your life. You're here to do that, and this is how you win. So you got to change. You got to take things that ain't worthy out of your life. Just like the Taurus energy, same thing. So too many other people were seeing that you are destroying what took so long to build. But you know that what can be destroyed was not really was really not everlasting anyway. So this thing is right here is that you the type who gonna change. Sometimes you have to knock down the whole building to bring new change. So this is your gift. You know, you look for the hidden secret society and the spiritual reality or mystical reality of the universe, especially because you tap into the deep unknown that people scared to go into the dark side. And so the Taurus energy builds and Scorpio energies undoes or destroys. So you know that both are necessary in the process of elevation. You learn from the Taurus energy how to build, but also you destroy it. That's why you know how to build, destroy, and reconstruct all things in your life to transform things. You feel a huge restlessness for wanting to understand everything that is not visible and that is behind the scenes. So you want to know what is beyond the normal reach of human perspectives or understanding. You never rest until you know that you have done everything in your power to provoke inside you and others the change that are needed to free yourself. You're a transformer of humans. They say mankind like to use humans. Not mankind, humans. We came from the woman, humans, okay? And just like the lack of progress in those around you. Sexuality is the engine that gives you the energy to move and penetrate the realms of the unconscious. It gives you the energy. It gives you the, just by feeling sexual, by having it in you, by breaking the taboos of what they say sex is not and what you can do or cannot do with sex. That's what you do. They give you the energy, and you turn it to spirituality. And you have a strong sense of close bond that drives you to want to connect with the depths of truth. And your understanding is very keen, very sharp, and very on point. So, I'm just giving you my own words adding to this because I already feel it. It's the intuitive self just flowing, right? You would not have a very peaceful existence if you don't do the right thing. So you must understand the value of relaxation that Taurus have and happiness like through Taurus energy that deal with the good life. You want to understand the good life and relax sometimes. Because you would not, like I say, have a peaceful existence if you do not. So you learn from your ops. Everybody learn from their ops. Like a Libra learn from Aries. Aries learn from Libra. They ops. So you're happy and you do better when you show others through roles that they're afraid to consider. You have to have a deeper meaning in lives. That's what you hear. Help people to have deeper meaning in life. And to transform yourself. You know what I'm saying? And everything around you. You know? Now you know. Beautiful people. We go to the houses too. It don't matter. It don't matter. We don't matter. Okay. Okay. We're going to the ninth house. Ninth house. So we're talking part of fortune in Sagittarius or the ninth house. I use both, either or. If you're in this house or you're Sagittarius, you're going to operate similar. Anyway, you get part of fortune in the ninth house. You look for a more cosmic reality than a physical one. The reason why? Because this deal with Sagittarius, expansion of the mind, joy, spirit. So expanding your consciousness, expanding your mind, you understanding the universe, you know many cultures and different forms of human thoughts, and this is how you win. This is how you become prosperous, and successful by sharing your knowledge, by sharing your love, and also by being the law that of truth, and people, and by you being an example of that, people love it, and sharing that knowledge, sharing that wisdom, sharing that truth with everybody, sharing that light. So you transform the inner understanding of your physical reality. You know that everything is relative. Now, since you know. This is all about the truth. But this is all about you prospering, you coming up, you're fortunate by spreading knowledge, spreading wisdom. Because you deal with wisdom. By you being spiritual, by you being divine, because Sagittarius is definitely divine. And this is the ninth house, divine. So once you understand this, then real communication will be possible. Because you know how to deal with energy. You the guru, you the teacher of spirituality, meditation, everything. You the law upon laws. Showing people the way, the light. So often you will see and hear yourself express and say things that are not totally true. The more duality you experience and express, the greater will be the need to resolve this duality into a unity, to become one. And understand the need for polarity, for duality in nature and in human. Because you see both sides of the picture. This is spiritual, the masculine and the female energy. You understand that, you bring it to one. So you have a great need for identification with a dignity, a God, a study, replaying it in your mind, contemplation, meditation, spiritual search, universal truth, and being attuned to the forces and laws of nature. So that's what this house deals with, So you're very skilled. And so how you win is sharing this love, sharing the same love, that there's spirituality, that this universal truth. Also, how you work with yourself is being in tune with the source, Spirituality, your divinity means everything. You're very skilled in recognizing, yes, thoughts, spiritual thoughts, all type of thoughts. So wisdom is losing much of its beauty by trying to transform it to concrete and the fear mind. So you must learn to experience a cosmic reality or spiritual reality while learning to function in a world of less important ideas and thoughts. So balance is the key right here with you. You know what I'm saying? You must always maintain your independence. Your self-expression will come from the truth. You discover for yourself without trying to make others fit in your world, or without trying to correct their ideas and attitudes. You simply have to teach them, maintaining a detachment, even in indifference, of how to accept what you are teaching. Then you experience the height of your knowledge, your true function in the world, and your fulfillment. And so, now you get it, beautiful people. Let's go back in the house. Let's do the 10th house. If I didn't do the houses through 7 to 8, I still read you because I did decide that it's it. But that's also the houses, you see? So now, either way, I'm just showing you how the houses work. You see it correlates because it's the same stuff. Now, we got part of fortune in the 10th or Capricorn. I say or Capricorn. In the 10th house or Capricorn, you feel better. Because it's all about respect right here. You want self-respect. It's all about your careers. All about you succeeding right here. You inspire this behavior in others. Respect, self-respect. You teach this. Be an example of that where people can reflect. And this is how you be successful. This is how you succeed. This is your fortune. This is your fulfillment. This makes you feel good. Respect is very important to you. So everything in life needs to bring concrete results. You need facts, you need evidence, you need results. The greatest satisfaction lies in fulfilling a specific goal that you have defined yourself. You want to be accepted by others and by those in positions of authority, which is not easy because you must develop great maturity. See the world without illusions. Yes, you got to live by be realistic, and that's without illusions. But also maintain perseverance and continuous effort. You see the reality of the world, so you understand emotional needs that leads to negativity, and you have emotional dependencies. So you must overcome the childness, like acting like a child, of your reactions, and the repentance of repetitions of patterns. So you must overcome that. Overcome the excessive sensitivity, which only traps you in the past. Because you can hold a grudge, so you got to get up out of that. Because this is a strong placement right here. This is all about success, all about careers. You can totally appreciate your actions, but do not identify yourself with them. This way, you'll be able to complete your projects, your ideas through sustained effort and break consistent with your goal. Right here. This is part of fortune in Capricorn, or the 10th house I'm speaking of. You must stay open to the needs of others and emotions of others without letting yourself get carried away by them. You have a great sense of integrity to understand and respond to life experience. So, with it being said, your part of fortune in the 10th house or Capricorn will be placed in a position of power. Power is the key right here. Trust and authority. This is where you do good with management, being authority over a group, over a crowd, or organization, and also helping people to prosper, teaching people how to do business and how to operate in self-respect, and have self-respect, and to improvement. So you would take this into account as you guide the people around you, even if this involves some problems about what is right or wrong, because you have inherent a strong sense of morality, religion, and discipline in your child. But also it could be spirituality too. So I'm gonna say that. But you should not let this hold you back. You must understand that what is right and wrong are not obstacles set in stone, but they are vary with time, place, and era, adding great attitude to the mental and the physical world. As long as you maintain a true sense of justice, personal integrity, the act of defining your goals will dictate what is good or not for you personally. Everything that brings you close to your goals and fulfillment is the right thing to do. And what moves you away from them is not. The emotional level becomes the key to your material world, since it helps you take care of and nurture your ideas and the first steps, which is then help you to complete them and reflect your personal mastery. So mastering yourself is very personal. Being an expert at everything is very important, and this is how you prosper. Studying and learning and mastering who you are, mastering whatever field that you're in, being professionalism. So becoming and also being a business person, entrepreneur, being mature on an emotional level will help you to recognize if the goal you have chosen really fits within your true individual nature. It will also give you respect you need in order to reach self-fulfillment. Your greatest happiness comes from feeling that you are capable of taking responsibility, carrying out social obligation, and possessing the force to create trust and respect from others in order to help those who are still searching. Respecting yourself and defining your personal goals, which are integrational to your inner being, will give you the greatest fulfillment and will serve as a guide to those around you. Now you know. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it to you, beautiful people. I am giving it to you. This is the 11th house. We getting off now. Now, 11th house. You feel a great humanitarian nature that you had to put into practice by doing something for others, giving, helping others. This is what you feel like, with a great imagination. Because this 11th house of Aquarius. So we got the part of fortune in Aquarius and 11th house. I said the Aquarius or the 11th house. This is you. And this makes you creative and inventive with a genius mind, intuitive genius, and creative with a vision for everything that is new and out of the normal, which means you do your own thing. Yes. And so your part of fortune is associated with vision that helps develop and progress the human race. You got the vision, the visionary, who manifests from vision. For this is part of fortune, final goal of man and possibility of humanity you should develop. You are independent. You can observe the past while living and keeping yourself in the present, which helps you to free yourself from everyday problems and overwhelming situations. You have a huge energy, which can cause you a great restlessness. Keep moving. It makes you and your mind keep moving. It makes you think that you should be doing or creating something else which allows you to feel good about yourself. So, since the part of fortune is 11th house or Aquarius, the 5th house or Leo is the opposite. That's your ops. So you're going to learn from Leo. You're going to learn how to be the leader. You're going to learn how to play a little bit. You're going to learn how to use your human creative powers. But you should, and create your reality. But you should not personally identify with any idea, project, or relationship. You must learn to channel it in person by being detached. You got to be detached to the effort you put into doing things. So don't let it drive you crazy. You got to be detached. Do it, but be detached. So this helps you to organize people for the benefit of all. You should know that it is the common idea or project that gives necessary confidence to others so that things are carried out with the greatest possible harmony in the atmosphere of mutual trust and assistance. You attract people to your life who think the same way you do. You're always in touch with people who give life and color to your life and projects. You are lucky enough to meet very special and very intelligent people who will always help you in your search and who will inspire you, give you more open-mindedness and wisdom. When you feel good in the company of others, you have great creative inspiration. You see yourself as a product. And at the same time, you see yourself as the future, as the power of the future, as the visionary of the future. The world needs visionaries and inventions that helps humanitarian evolve. You like to think about possibilities in the future, the human race who take place in helping develop them and live in the more humanitarian nature. So I'm adding on a little bit so you don't feel constrained by social limitations, but you feel free to question the tradition that's set by most people, that they do not limit you from doing what you do. You can't let nobody limit you doing what you do. You got to be unique. You're here to be unique. This is how you win. And be different. This is how you win. And don't care what nobody think, and be yourself. So also, this brings you fulfillment for superior to the normal, not only because it makes you very visionary and free, because it makes you somewhat eccentric, weird, different. Maybe you do not fit in society because you're different. You're original. So now, you feel great satisfaction knowing humans' proper place in life, that each one finds the most appropriate environment for their individuality. You can develop this with your very different people of definite and free your individual soul or individual self. Be yourself, basically. Your fulfillment will come through taking responsibility for manifesting your vision and fulfilling the mission of being a channel that connects with true evolution towards the universal freedom of the human race. So that's basically it. Now, one more. We're going to Pisces, 12th house. So, if you're part of fortune in the 12th house of Pisces, let's get down with this last one. Okay, of course you're in tune with everything. All energy, all vibration, all frequency, all spirit. So you're in tune with your environment with a lot of intensity and depth. Your greatest fulfillment will come when you are attentive to your inner self, your inner being, God self, spiritual self. You can satisfy your desire to understand the invisible forces of the universe and your personal unity with the whole by realizing the unity of all thing that seems separate, like that separate reality, but you can unify that with yourself. Yeah, you identify easily with every soul, individual, every emotions, everybody, every being, because everybody's souls is how you see it. In any case, this is how you become fortunate. This is how you become successful. This is how you win. This is how you feel good. This is your inner peace. This is your love. So this is how you prosper. It's being spiritual, being divine, being attuned with the divine within yourself, with your being. You must, and Basically, this planet can't be religion because they'd be trapped. So they have to be spiritual. You must function in everyday world with its apparent limitation, which you see. While you realize the unity of all people and circumstances, how they are related and how they work together, this will help you not to identify yourself with these limitations, actions, and programming circumstances. So you can't be programmed because this don't do good with you. You're the old soul. You know what I'm saying? You was here before the books were written, for the Bible and everything was written. So according to this placement. So you really realize that negative conditions arise when one selfishly pretend to experience only positive things. Likewise, you must experience everything from a natural and impersonal plane where there's no negative or positive, turning your life into an example of a deep freedom from all those apparent effects of the outside influences. So you just got to stay away from the outside influences. Don't let it influence you, and look within, because this is where your power comes. It's the spiritual world all around you. So once you're tuned with yourself within, you're tuned with everything that's around you. By maintaining a deep detachment from the material world, you can allow yourself to flow through circumstances, emotions without personalizing them, seeing them as common to the human psyche. You understand the truth of life. Periods of solitude are very beneficial for you to gather strength, that you get in touch with your inner being and begin to feel the essence of everything, because this is the source of your spiritual strength. You need that. And so we talk the part of fortune in the 12th house or Pisces. You got to look to your op, which is the 12th house, which is the 6th house, which is Virgo. And you learn how to function in a world with efficiency, persistency, and keep putting it to work until you get the job done. So do what this deal with. Bring it to practicality, bringing the spiritual realm, the heavens, to earth right here. So once you learn that from the 6th house, you will manifest it in this realm of reality. So the greatest truth will be revealed through periods of your meditation and silence. So you can be a meditation guru, and you can get information through meditation, psychic information. So boom. So you can be the one who teach people how to meditate and to tap into themselves. So this is when you're able to approach and communicate with a mystical experience or the spiritual world and understand the deep secrets of the human beings of life or nature. You learn to realize the unlimited experience of the human being to escape from the material world of prison. And most people impose on themselves through their emotions and obligations. They feel they got a duty to. So you understand a higher meaning for human responsibility and for the effort and work that must be done in the material world. Since you're super creative, another thing, how you prosper, use your creativity. I'm going off the grid with some of this. Use your creativity. That's another way. So use the spirit for everything. Use the universe for everything. That's how you win right here. And that's how you prosper. Everything is spiritual. Say your little checks, show your love to the divine. You know what I'm saying? So the part of the fortune in the 12th house of Pisces helps you transcend, Pisces helps you transcend all limitations and obligations of human beings. It gives you the opportunity to know that your soul is free and that everybody is a soul. I'm going to say that. Everybody is a soul. And so you see everybody as souls. A lot of people in this house see that. And this is how you win, you know. They're in the spiritual realm. Nobody can beat you. Do it better. Use your magic. Use your power. Use your spirituality. Use your divinity. A lot of people into magic, the arts, the coach, into spirituality, to numerology, astrology. This is how you win. All divination. So that everything is truly a unity, that behind every experience there is a great truth. And likewise, something has a very deep purpose and meaning. Being in the here now will undoubtedly bring you an inner illumination, which means inner light, a truth. So you must not just stay out in the imagination world. You must come down to practical reality. And it will give you the opportunity to know God and trust that everything we need is within our reach or within us, because it belongs to this total and universal energy. You learn to enjoy all the experience of life. Because you're here to experience explore the senses and to enjoy it. And to enjoy the spiritual realm and understand that people are spiritual and to enjoy life. I'm spiritual. You wake up saying, I love life, because you feel the spirit. You feel one connection with the divine. So you're here to understand the superior sense of spiritual growth that all Christs offer as human mature and evolve. And so I done broke down all of them for you, the houses and the signs. I done gave it to you. I think this is enough to give you understanding of your fortunate. No matter if the sign is in, your POF is in whatever sign or the house, this is your fortune. So I went through all the signs and the houses that's connected, vice versa. So this being said, I think I think I'm in this, and there's more to come, and definitely in the future, because I'm continuing to develop myself and better myself. Even though I live in the present, I still have something in the future coming. So it gets no realer than this, because astrology forever go on. Ashe.